Hey everybody, welcome back. It is I, Dr. Bosky, and this is one of my favorite points in the project where we start to actually go from months of concepting and iteration and ideation to essentially starting to ship some of our environments. Gameplay still pending, scripting, of course, a bunch of other things, but I thought I would share real quick. So here's a great example of we're about ready. Hopefully, I'm going to take a look because I'm approving it. This is still our rough concept rendering here. You can see we have some problems, of course. We've got some of our environmental bits. We got a bit of a lighting, right? And then we're going to kick it up a notch here and get ready to deliver the next version. So I'm going to hop over to Anchor Point here. I can do that. Anchor point, which is just our source control system. Now that we've got a good idea of what the previous version of the environment looked like, we're going to come in here. And it's going to sync, and then we're going to see, we're going to get latest. All right, here we go. The auto A render. This is the thing. We're going to grab that. Oh my goodness. Do that. It's basically an anchor point's a visual UI to connect to Git for source control. All right, we're going to flip on over. We're ready. Oh, we're updating the assets. You already saw the environment flicker, right? Bloop. So good. I'm excited. And we're going to hit this. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, interesting. I might have a misalignment on the environment here on my side, but first, before we do that, look at that. Look at the texture, the detail. We've got the kind of the throw off of the reflections from the lights here. We've got the in-game light itself, and then let's just take a quick look. And the sad thing, or not the sad, it's not sad. The amazing thing is that while we put all this time and attention into the environment and shmups, we're not a Euro shmup. We don't expect you to be like just looking at the environment while there's no gameplay going on. So sometimes our attention to detail, you're always trying to figure out where you're going to spend your budget. So we are very much into environmental storytelling in Interstellar Sentinel 2. And this is part of that process that we've been working on. So yeah, we got our glow bit. So I need to come in and I need to adjust a little bit because the render's changed a tiny bit. I got to adjust some of the hotspots for the effects. I think the bright spots are pretty okay here. I like that we're seeing the texture. And then let's take a look again at what this looks like here. Turn off our grid. Okay, and so this is not a finalized environment either, but this is, so why don't we take a quick look? And overall, I think it's looking great, Dimitri, which is great. I think I like where we're at. I think we're about ready to ship this. I just need to take a look at this real quick. And let's take a look. I think it's this one. Unlock that. Take a look at that. Okay, cool. All right, and I don't know. Looking the way I expected to. Whee! Let's take a quick look again, though. Turn off snapping. Let's turn on 3D snapping. They're basically planes. All right, so it's together. All right, there we go. Take a look at this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Dimitri, I think the feedback here is that we've got a misalignment visually, because the background images look like they are pretty much aligned vertically and now snapped horizontally. So we need to adjust our basically our rendered geometry between the panels here. Still though, pretty freaking cool. And yeah, so I mean, in my hearts, I really wanted to like cut these things out and have them flicker in on themselves, right? And we could still technically do some of that. Oh, interesting. Dimitri, Oh, now that I'm looking at this. So we've got our pieces. These are behind, they're behind these, the lights. They should be in front. Yeah. Okay. So I think I think that's okay in most of these. Oh, no, they're behind. Okay. So yeah, that's the big thing here, priority wise. These panels should be totally in the back, and the car bits should all be more in the midground. So, okay, good piece of feedback there. That's why we look. Yeah, okay. And then since people might be watching here and we're doing some live art, basically also take a look. And just to show you why it's silly when we play with these details, but because it looks something like this. I might need to adjust. I might have to adjust her a little bit there. But basically, as you're playing, you've got all these these machine arms. The machine arms are the things that you're like, oh my god, I don't want to be attacked by machine arms. And so like the whole thing just goes by pretty quickly. Look at this rat's nest. It's so good. It's not quite. Technically, it's this in terms of gameplay. This is where the machine arms start. You can see them up here. Yeah. But as we're playing through, the gameplay trumps everything, of course. And yeah, so by the way, we also just finalized the Paltech lobby. So the lobby is done. I need to adjust a tiny bit of the, I think of the lights there. And yeah, so like, you know, we have a bunch of these machine arms, and this is all just to give the world a little bit more coherence, right? Like it's all super interesting. And the most important thing, of course, is gameplay. It's always gameplay. Gameplay is everything. We're unpacking new big ass textures. Ooh, goodness. All right. Okay. With that, Dimitri, I think I'll leave the notes there. That was pretty much it. And yeah, if you are here, thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next time.